Hello everybody and welcome back to Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. My name is Kieran, aka AciaranB, and when we last left off, well, there was a murder. Two of them, in fact. So, we should probably do something about that. I mean, we should probably cut her down for a start. Let's just start there. Oh, okay, so this is an entirely different thing. Alright. Ooh, what's this? Hemp bag? I've seen that before. Ibuki had a hemp bag on her head and was hanging from the ceiling. Hang on. That's the hemp bag from the cinema. Who bought that? Hey, Firewall! I'm doing good, buddy. I'm doing good. How are you? Welcome to the stream, as ever. Do we know who bought that? Was that Nagito? Do we know that? I don't know. Ibuki had a hemp bag in her head and was hanging from the ceiling. Have you been? I've been great, Firewall. I have been peachy keen. But why does she have a hemp bag on her head? Wait, huh? That hemp bag. Upon further inspection, there's a Monomi decal on the fabric. It looks like this isn't just a normal bag. Oh my god, the killer was Monomi! No! It's not Monomi. It's the rope that was tied to the batten lighting on the ceiling. Ibuki hanged herself with this rope and died. What I can tell, it looks like a regular length of rope with no unnatural features. But despite the fact this music venue has a storage room, there shouldn't have been any rope in there. Which means, was it obtained from the supermarket? Did the killer bring it from there? That means anybody could have obtained this rope, and it means it would be difficult to use this as a clue. I wonder if that's true. Huh? Oh, I just noticed a little something. Is it okay if I confirm it?
Hey!
Excuse me, Makan, do you have a moment? What happened? There's something I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's cause of death was being hanged by this rope, right? Yes, she had no other external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself.
I see.
I see. So Ibuki died by hanging herself. That was obvious the moment we discovered the body. You might not have seen it, but we all saw that she hanged herself. You're right. Yep, I got it. So this rope won't be much of a clue. Then I might as well search another place. Jeez. As usual, I have no idea what he's up to. I'm feeling well. Ever gotten in those moods and you start feeling depressed for the tiny things? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've had those before. They suck. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Firewall. I really started to hear it. It really does. Yeah, it's an awful way to be. Okay, so we have obtained a rope used for hanging. Okay, well, let's start with let's go with the corpse as well. Ibuki's body lay atop the stage. She's wearing the hospital gown she was wearing when she was sick. What's this on Ibuki's feet? I didn't notice when she was hanging, but the soles of her feet are dirty. It's blood, right? So, she hanged herself after the lolly was killed? Does that mean that she killed the lolly? It's blood, right? But there shouldn't be any external injuries on Ibuki. If that's the case, this blood belongs to someone else. Blood on the soles. Okay.
Damn right.
Hey, Hajime, can I talk to you for a sec? You already discovered the body before you met up with us, right? Yeah, at first I didn't know it was Ibuki because of that hemp bag, though. But I knew right away she was dead since she was hanging from that rope.
Like...
Which means Ibuki must have died before Hiyoko was tied up.
Well...
That helps. There's no time of death written in the Monokuma file this time. So I wasn't really sure who died first. It's true, their estimated time of death wasn't written in the Monokuma file this time. But I should know when Ibuki died because I personally saw it. Well, I see one problem. I don't see the hair on the dressing gown, which means someone with short hair. I'm afraid I'm starting to feel this way more often than I would like. Go to your doctor. Just your regular GP. You don't need to go. You don't... See, when I was like that, I thought that I'd have to go. I'll go see a therapist and all that stuff. But like, just go see your GP. It'll be like a 15-minute chat, and he'll give you, and he should give you some pills to help with it. That's basically how I started streaming. I finally got over my my depression by doing that. So yeah, it's actually not that big of a deal, in all honesty. Or it wasn't for me. Maybe it's different where you come from, but yeah. Although to be fair, it does take bravery to admit that you have a problem to a complete stranger. So I understand. It's definitely not an easy thing to do, but you'll feel better fairly quickly afterwards. I think it takes like 2 weeks for it to take effect, something like that. So yeah. And it's not, by the way, it's not something that you are on for the rest of your life either. It should only take 6 months for it to be permanent. So don't worry about that either, which I was worried about. In that video, Ibuki was climbing the stepladder on her own. So right after that... Wait, hold on. If Ibuki climbed that stepladder and died right after, does that mean she committed suicide? No, that's impossible. Because even if Ibuki committed suicide, it doesn't explain Hyoko's death afterward. 2 different deaths happened at the same time. There's no way that's a coincidence. Her hair is really long, isn't it? That would definitely come out from under the bag, wouldn't it? Yeah, okay. Hey Chiaki, you're kind of in the way. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. It's alright, Firewall. I just want to help, if I can. With her arms crossed and a thoughtful look on her face, Chiaki was silently staring at the stage floor. Did something drop on the floor there? Nothing dropped. It's just dirty. Dirty?
Hey, hey.
See? Take a close look at the floor.
See?
If you look closely, you're right. There's a smudge as if something was wiped off. Wait, this isn't something. Is this a blood stain?
Yep.
Well, a blood stain isn't strange. Hyoko's neck was slashed not far from here.
But still.
Rather, what's strange is why did the killer try to hide it? Hide it?
So...
If they weren't trying to hide it, they wouldn't have bothered wiping it up. The reason the killer wiped off the blood stain. As long as the body is nearby, there's no way they'd be able to conceal the crime by wiping off a blood stain. So, what was the killer trying to hide? Well, first thought is that her clothes are very clean. And the rope is very clean, so she was strung up after she died. They wanted to try and conceal that fact, maybe? Well, her clothes aren't actually all that clean now that I get a closer look. Hyoko's body is suspended against the pillar on the side of the stage. She's wrapped against the pillar with duct tape, and she looks like she was forced to stand upright. Damn it, who did this? According to Monokuma file, her cause of death was a slit throat. Her neck looks like it's stopped bleeding, probably because of the duct tape wrapped around it. But why is Hyoko's kimono like this? Her kimono is all disheveled. Also, her sash is tied in the front. Ah. That's true. So... what? Does that mean that she was naked / in her underwear, murdered, then no, hang on. I know a lot of streamers have strict rules for the viewers to stick to the topic of the stream, so I hope it's alright if I vent a little here. Yeah, you can vent a little, yeah. I don't know how much I will say, given the fact that this will be recorded, though. So, if I don't acknowledge what you said, don't think that I'm, like, stiffing you or anything. Just trying to preserve your privacy, you know what I mean? Hope that's okay. I will still try and talk, obviously, but you know, I may not be able to say specifics or whatever. Her kimono is all disheveled. Also, her sash is tied in the front. Did the killer do this too? I don't really have any. Yeah, that's all right, Firewall. That's all right. I didn't either. I never did. Just finally got sick of being sad. So I did something about it. Did the killer do this too? Right, so my train of thought there. Oh, hang on a second. I'm getting a phone call and it might be important. Sorry. Okay. Sorry about that interruption, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube. Did the killer do the... Why did they take the kimono off? Like, the reason that the bow is on her stomach is presumably because she was on her back, naked / in her underwear, and then they tried to put her kimono back on, but because she was on her back, they tied it in the front. So what's going on at her back? Is her back like covered in blood or something? Then the ribbon would be too. I don't know. That's weird. I don't understand why someone would do that. Doesn't really make sense. Okay. I'll try and remember it for later. But when did the killer kill Hiyoko? When I first discovered Ibuki's body, I didn't see Hiyoko's body here. If that's the case, Hiyoko was killed... It must have been during the time I was getting everyone before I came back here. Well, you know that that's incorrect. Is that Ibuki hanging right there? She has the hair. That's some pretty long hair, so I think that that is, in fact, Ibuki. So... That's weird. Also, we still don't know if more than one killer was involved in all this. That is true as well. That is true as well. There's no reason to suspect two right now, but it is something to keep an eye out for. But that was barely 10 minutes. Is it really possible that the killer killed Hiyoko and taped her up in such a short amount of time? Okay, so killer kills Hiyoko. Ibuki walks over the blood stain somehow. Maybe she's dragged or something. Maybe the what's it called? The despair bug or whatever. Maybe she was so super compliant that she hung herself because of the despair disease. And then the body was hidden. The body of Hiyoko was hidden. No, wait. Yeah, Hiyoko was hidden from us when we came to check. Then they dragged the body out and strung her up by the pillar. Why? Maybe they heard me opening the door or something? Just as they were trying to string her up. So they hid with the body as well. Odd. Very odd. Okay. Even if it is possible, whoever did it would have had a narrow window of time to do so. Actually, different idea. So, we saw her climb the ladder. Well, we saw somebody, I don't think it was her anymore, climb the ladder via the videotape. Well, it wasn't a videotape, it's like a, it's an intercom, basically. So, if someone, for example, the ultimate mechanic, were to, I don't know, record himself climbing the ladder and pretending to hang himself, then have the intercom play that recording at a specific time, then Ibuki could have been killed on the stage for hours, and then Hyoko afterwards. And then Hyoko could have been there for hours. No, Ibuki could have been there for hours, and then they wait until we see the body, and then they string up Hyoko. Is it possible that Ibuki stuffed all of her hair under the bag when she hanged herself? Was the impact her hair just fell out of the bag? I mean, it's possible, but it's possible, but I don't think so. I don't think that that's right. I think the bag is a little bit too loose. What motive could Kazuichi possibly have to do this? That is a good question. That is a good question. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. I'm just spitballing. But that is one way that this would make some amount of sense, even though I still don't understand why he would take off the kimono. I don't get that. But anyway, whoever did it would have had a narrow window of time to do so, because the killer must be someone who doesn't have an alibi during that time, right? Yeah.
Hey!
Ah, Hajime, do you have a minute? No, you're in the way.
Now.
I don't wish to be in your way at all, but there's something I really need your help with. Help?
Actually...
If you look closely, there's an unnatural shape bulging from inside Hyoko's kimono. So, I was thinking she might be hiding something. Wait, hold on. Don't tell me you want me to search inside Hyoko's kimono.
Huh?
Huh? That's exactly it. Chiaki's right there, dude. Ask her. Well, it would have been a problem if she were alive, but she's dead now, you know? Don't mess with me. Are you saying there's no problem with that now that she's dead? Which is creepier? Actually, that's a decent question. Which is creepier? Fondling a lolly while she's alive or fondling a lolly while she's dead? Don't answer that. I don't want to know. There's no problem with that now that she's dead. Fine, if you don't want to do it, I'll just have to ask someone else.
Hey!
Hey, Akane! Sure.
Yo.
Chiaki's literally right behind you, but sure. Yo, what's up?
Hey.
Well, there's something I want you to do for me. It looks like there's something inside Hyoko's kimono, so can you feel around for that?
What?
Huh? I don't really understand, but I just gotta check Hyoko's kimono, right?
Thanks.
Thank you, Akane. Helping each other is such a wonderful thing.
Now then.
Let's see. Akane reached through the duct tape binding Hyoko. Akane reached through the duct tape binding Hyoko as she stuck her hand inside her kimono. That was a very, very bad sentence. Stop talking about bulges in Hyoko's kimono. Yeah, right. What's his name? Chihiro. You'll start making me think about Chihiro again. Well, if she's dead, she can't call the police, right? That's true, yes, but talking about a moral standpoint, you know? You get to the gates, you get to the pearly gates, St. Peter's there waiting for you, and he says, well, what did you do today? Which lands you in a deeper part of hell, basically. Damn it, she's tied up so tight I can't really reach with my hand. Oh, wait, hold on.
Yo.
There's something. Is this what you were looking for? What was that voice at the end there? Is this what you were looking for? Kind of got... Was that like a slapper? Is this what you're looking for, pig? Yeah. Yeah, we got this we got this gin joint going on. You wanna come take a look? Is this a key?
Perhaps...
It looks different than the keys to the cottage. So this may be the key to her motel room. The key to her motel room, huh?
But...
If her key was so deep inside her kimono that it'd be hard to remove, then it's very unlikely that the killer tampered with this evidence. And if that's true, then her kimono wasn't taken off. So why on earth was her ribbon tied wrong? That is... Unless The key's been planted by the killer. That's weird.
Isn't that right?
Because if this is a trap, they would have put it more toward the front of her kimono so we'd notice it easier. Which means we can conclude this is something Hyoko had with her all along. Well, okay, the game just flat out denied what I just said. Interesting. Motel room key. Okay.
Hey.
Also, it's not like I'm adding to that or anything. But you look like you were curious about the condition of Hyoko's body, right, Hajime? Of course, that's why I'm investigating. It's true that there are several mysteries regarding her body. Well, just hear me out for a second. Out of all those mysteries, what I think is the strangest is
See?
the way they wrapped her body with that duct tape. Yeah, see, I noticed that as well. Because, like, she is standing upright, but her feet are very much off the ground, unless that's just the 2D of the game messing with me. I did notice that, I think, in the last episode. Interesting. It's almost like they were trying to hide the wound on Hyoko's neck, don't you think? Well, okay, there is also that. It does look like they kind of tied the duct tape around her neck a couple of times. Do you realize the killer had access to Hyoko's body, right? I think it's not that far-fetched to assume that the key might be a red herring. Yeah, it might be. It might be. Hide the wound on her neck. I don't really know if that was their true intention, but I guess it's a big help for our investigation. The reason for the low volume of blood is because the duct tape is acting as a compress, right? If her body was left alone after her throat was slit, the surrounding area would be a sea of blood. Sea of blood, huh? 2 dead bodies floating in a sea of blood. That's enough to make anybody faint. Okay. The step ladder is tipped over on the side. I think it's just a ladder, but okay. Yeah, the bag is really loose. I doubt that she could have just curled it up on her head and left it there. This must be the step ladder that Ibuki used in the video I saw. Isn't that a blood stain?
See?
Look, there's blood around the left side of the stepladder. As I recall, Ibuki didn't have any external injuries. If that's the case, then it must be Hyoko's blood.
Yep.
That's the only thing I can think of. A blood stain that probably belongs to Hyoko is on the left side of the stepladder. What does it mean? The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? Wait, can I see that video? Is that in the truth bullets? No. Because the thing is, if that blood stain isn't on the video, then that would be very, very good evidence against, what did you say his name was? Was it Kazuichi or something? The ultimate mechanic. Because then it would be... So we did the math. Don't be racist against stepladders. Interesting. That would be... Well, okay, maybe not against him specifically, but it would be very good evidence that that was pre-recorded. Okay. I'd like to take a look at that. I'll try and remember the next time. Why is there a candle here? There's a massive candle positioned near the front of the stage. There it is. And no blood. Not a drop of blood. Which means this was in fact pre-recorded. Cool. The dull light in that video must have been coming from this candle. The candle is huge. It might be perfect for lighting, but they didn't need to bother using a candle. They could have just used the normal stage lighting. That is true. That's interesting. Actually, well, okay, actually, here's one against the ultimate mechanic. So what if the person didn't actually know how to work the lights in here? Because Ibuki would, and the mechanic would, but maybe somebody else wouldn't. I wouldn't. I know that for a fact. So maybe they simply didn't know how to turn it on or where to turn it on. So you just got this candle. Pre-recorded by who? Yes, that is the question. That was basically that was definitely pre-recorded, but who? I don't know yet. There's a black curtain hanging at the far side of the stage. This curtain, it's not wide enough. It can't reach from one edge of the stage to the other.
Huh?
It's not really a full-length curtain. This curtain wasn't originally here, right? If it was, it's strange that it doesn't fit properly. It was probably obtained from the furniture section of the supermarket. Rocket punch! See? See? The back of the curtain is taped for temporary use. Just like the curtain at the supermarket. You're saying someone took the time to actually bring that curtain from the supermarket.
So...
If they went that far, this was probably something that the killer really needed. Oh! Okay. So, not only was that video pre-recorded, but it wasn't even recorded here. And that's why they didn't use the stage lighting. They just used the same candle for both of them. So they pre-recorded the video somewhere else entirely. Huh, okay. So that means that the ultimate mechanic is back on the menu. Well, not back on it. He is. That's that good thing against him is now gone. So he's back to having no positives. But yeah, okay, that's interesting. So we need to find the actual crime scene then. Why did they need it? Who knows? Well, it wouldn't be a mystery if the answers came easy. Well, I found the answer pretty easily, actually, but okay. Can I look around the back just to make sure that there's nothing hidden around there? No? Alright, and I think that is it up here. Oh, it didn't actually look at the bloodstain, but yeah, that's not helping. Oh, the AC, right. This looks like the music venue's AC unit. That's right, you might be able to adjust the hot air in the music venue with this. Hot air. Hot air. Hot air. Oh! Oh, there's an idea. What if the heat in the room was set really, really high to disguise the time of Ibuki's death? And you can still see a wooden stage in the video, so if your theory holds any water, you need to figure that little mystery first. That is true. There is a stage in the video. I'll bear that in mind. But what if Ibuki was killed, let's say at 12 midnight, okay? Just throwing that number out there. If she was killed at 12 midnight, but then she was left in a lukewarm room, her body would have been stone cold by morning, when the first broadcast was supposed to be broadcast. So this was put there in order to disguise the fact that she was killed so many hours ago and make it seem like she just died. So that would mean that every single person that we met on the way to the motel and back and all that stuff, none of them have an alibi. None of them? Do none of them have an alibi? It's been a while. It's been a little bit since the last episode, so I'm not entirely certain. I know that we woke up in the same bed as McCann, but I don't think we know when she arrived. So, okay, as far as I know, nobody has an alibi. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, all right, I should mess around with it a little, like so. It's running as a heater, over 86 degrees Fahrenheit. What's that in non-freedom units? I don't know. It's like 25 degrees Celsius, something like that. I don't know. Now I know why it's so damn hot. I better turn off the heater for now. That should cool things off a little. AC temperature. Okay. Alright, is there anything else? Batten lighting control panel. Okay. A couple of people were with you when you found Ibuki's body. Yes, but if Ibuki died 12 hours earlier, then them being with me when I found the body is a non-issue. The fact that they were there with me when I found it doesn't matter. There's a control panel on the wing of the stage. It seems you can use this control panel to raise and lower the batten lighting on the ceiling. In fact, we use this to lower Ibuki's hanged body. Speaking of the lighting, the video of the music venue I saw, it had a dim candlelit ambience to it, and it didn't look like this lighting was used at all. 30 Celsius, okay. Now, there is no stage. That is simply a wooden floor. And those giant speakers that are on the right and left hand side are conveniently missing. And I can't even see like a shadow of the lighting or anything like that. But yeah, this was definitely shot somewhere else. A big wooden floor. Not necessarily a stage, but a big wooden floor. Keep my eye out for that. Maybe the room where what's his face? Where Baka died? In that like annex, in that like that abandoned building near the restaurant. That had holes in the floor though, if I remember. Is it impossible the speakers were out of frame? No, this is too far zoomed out. Definitely too far zoomed out. Okay, I'll keep my eye out for that wooden floor now. It didn't candlelit ambiance to it, and it didn't look like this lighting was used at all. But why didn't they use lighting? Was there some reason that would have inconvenienced them? Yes, there was. Okay.
So you have appeared.
I see. So you noticed too, fiend. Huh? Noticed? So you didn't notice. Are those eyes just little glass balls? Take a good look at the batten lighting above your head. Have you not noticed that aberrant item? Look at the batten lighting. Huh? Oh! You mean that? What is that? There's something that looks like black paper stuck to the batten lighting. So you finally noticed. But I can't really see it from here. I should lower the batten lighting one more time and...
I can see it!
There is no need.
Go, my four dark devas of destruction!
Go, Mirage, Golden Hawk, Jumpy! Now is the time for you to take flight! Feast your eyes upon the brave souls of my four dark divas of destruction! A hamster launched itself from Gundam's hand and ran up to the batten lighting on the ceiling in a flash. Choo choo! It started running around the stuck slip of paper in rapid circles. And then the paper fluttered downward and was deftly caught by Gundam. I'm getting so many D&D ads. Siri is listening to you, Firewall. Siri is always listening to you. Can you train hamsters? Yeah, sure. You can train fleas, can't you? Actually, no, that was a myth. They were all like glued to the to like the Ferris wheel and all that stuff. Yeah, you can train. You can probably train hamsters. Yeah, I see no reason why not. You can train mice, so probably train hamsters. Did you see that? Behold the power of the ultimate evil eye wielder.
Wow!
Wow, that is amazing. I have never seen a hamster do tricks.
How pitiful.
They're my four dark divas of destruction. Hamsters are merely their temporary form. Why is the hamper making train noises? Choo choo! So what's with that paper?
Fine.
It seems to be some kind of thick paper though it does not have any special spells ascribed onto it.
That was close.
It appears it's nothing useful. No, that's not it. There's no doubt. This is some kind of clue. I mean, the fact that it was stuck in a place like that, no matter how we think about it, is too unnatural. Scrap of thick paper. Okay. Thick paper. I mean, there is this paper here, and it's the same on the other side, except this has all been ripped off. I don't know what the hell the stickers are, but that's been ripped off, whereas that's fully clothed, for lack of a better term. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So I think that's the stage more or less done. So let's talk to people.
Something like this.
It has happened once again. 2 of my cherished friends died at the same time. I cannot believe it.
How cruel.
This is the place where Ibuki sang for Fuyuhiko. Kyoko looked like she was having so much fun listening to her music. And now those 2 are no longer here. Such a tragedy. I understand how you feel, but please get a hold of yourself. 2 of our friends were killed. That's all the more reason why we can't just leave this alone, right?
So just as I thought.
We must do this, then. For the sake of the 2 who have fallen. I can't. If only I'd noticed sooner, Ibuki might have been saved. Hey, when did you realize Ibuki was missing? After leaving Nagito's room, I went to the on-call room, and that's when it came to me that I should go check on how everyone in the hospital is doing. One more time before I go to sleep. And so I went to the patient rooms and noticed that Ibuki was gone. So I quickly ran out of the hospital. So that's what happened. And then I saw Fuyuhiko in front of the hospital, so I asked him if he could help me look for Ibuki. Huh? That reminds me, where were you? I thought you were resting in the lobby. That is a long story. I'm sorry. It's not like I doubt you or anything. There's no way I doubt you, because we've been together since this morning. You're right. We were together until you went to the on-call room. That's right. We were together until just a little before the morning Monokuma announcement. So I don't doubt you. I'm telling the truth. Is it alright if I continue with my autopsy? If you talk to me again later, I'll tell you what I know. So please spare my life at least. What happened to not doubting me? Mikan's account. Oh, okay. I don't know if he told you this, but after you finish the series, I have to show you a couple of Danganronpa iceberg. Filled with trivia and even more mysteries. That would be pretty cool. Those iceberg things are really cool sometimes. Broken machine. The shattered remains of a machine are spread all over the floor.
I see.
This appears to be the surveillance camera unit.
This, too, must be the will of causality.
Kazuichi, put it in the music venue for communication purposes. Why is it destroyed like this?
Perhaps criminal psychology is at play here. Mikan's beta design is basically a zombie, the ultimate zombie. Why? Why though? What do you mean?
Well?
Even if they know they are not being recorded, there is no way the killer would tolerate committing a murder in front of a camera.
Fine.
So that's why they destroyed the camera. Seems plausible enough.
What would be the bottom of the AciaranB iceberg? Probably Saika. Saika with a chainsaw just waiting for you. They'd hesitate to murder someone in front of a camera, and that's why the killer destroyed this. Then, what was that thing I saw? Has Hajime actually told everybody about seeing the video? I don't know. Level up. Surveillance camera unit. Okay. And now we have a bunch of talking to do.
Did you direct your gaze to the brave stature of my 4 dark deeds of destruction?
What? Okay. Hey, are you okay? Are you still not feeling well? Huh? Yeah, I don't really get it, but when I think about Nekomaru, it's like my knees start shaking.
That's weird.
It's weird. There's no way. I've got that kind of weakness. It'd probably go away if I battled a strong dude, but Nekomaru's not here. Nekomaru will definitely come back. You're right. Here you go.
Damn right.
Hey, Hajime, take a look at this. What?
Huh?
Look what's in front of the door. This is a drumstick, right? And it looks like it's broken. What happened to it?
Like,
If something like that is in front of the door, you think it might be a really big clue? Why would this be a clue?
hey,
Remember when we came to the music venue? We couldn't get in, we had to break the door down. If it won't open, the only thing we can do is force our way through. Huh? I wonder if that's gonna be possible. Of the 4 of us, 2 of us are girls, you know. It doesn't matter if you can do it or not, we have to try. Let's go, we'll all charge at the same time. Ready, set, go! At Buhiko signal, we charged into the door at full force. Bang. The door was locked when we tried to go inside, and the 4 of us charged into the door. But when I examined it, I found out that this door doesn't have a lock at all. Huh?
I get it.
The door is designed to be pushed open, and this is the shape of the handle. If a stick was used to bar the door here, well, don't you think it would lock the door and keep it from opening? You mean, you think this drumstick was used to lock the door? The broken drumstick on the floor in front of the door should be proof of that. Then, how is the killer able to get out?
Huh?
Huh? I mean, the music venue doesn't even have windows. This door is the only entrance. If they locked the door from the inside, the killer wouldn't be able to escape outside.
Like,
Maybe the killer was still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue. And they waited until we were already at the scene of the crime to join us?
I get it.
You know, don't they use tricks like that a lot in mystery dramas and stuff? I got myself some peanuts. Ooh. Yummy. It's been ages since I had peanuts. If that's the case, there might be evidence of that around here somewhere.
Damn it.
Alright, I'm definitely gonna find it. I won't let the killer get away with this. The killer was still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue, huh? Like you said, that might be possible, but...
I've listened to the whole story.
I heard what you two were discussing. Chiaki, that was a kind of cool entrance. Yeah, why are you JoJo posing at me? I don't trust it. Besides the broken drumstick, I've also discovered something interesting. What is it?
See?
Look, there's a weird glob where the right and left door touch, see? You're right, what is this? It looks too firm to think it's rubber.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't look like rubber, but... As she said that, Chiaki bent down, scraped off the semi-transparent glob with her finger, and put it in her mouth. Nom. Oh, it's another locked room mystery. Sakura flashbacks. Yeah. Why are you putting it in your mouth? It smells like workshop chemicals. Workshop? And this chewiness. I see. This thing may be a glob now, but that doesn't mean it was a glob from the start. For instance, if it was originally a liquid that hardened into this, it might be possible to apply it directly and smoothly in the gaps of the door. What are you talking about? Just as I thought. It tastes nasty. Chiaki spat the glob out of her mouth and left the area. Besides that bit about the taste, it's okay to consider this some kind of clue, right? Semi-transparent glob. Okay, well, first of all, that's another stroke against the ultimate mechanic. Semi-transparent glob. Do I know what that could be? It was like bathroom sealant? No, hang on. Not bathroom sealants. Chucky basically ate glue. She chewed glue, but yeah, pretty much. No, window sealant is what I mean. Like that sealant stuff that they put on windows. Why am I explaining that when it's self-evident? It could be that, but I don't know. That's just a guess. Okay, so that's all of you. I want to put off talking with him for as long as I can, so let's go in the storage room. There's a door that says staff only. Looks like the inside of the storage room. I might as well investigate in here too. Okay. Ah. Well, I found the paper. And he's in here too. There's carpeting, wallpaper, and paint on the shelf. It's probably used for stage decorations. This thick black paper that's folded up on the lower shelf. It looks like wallpaper. There are a lot of stickers pasted all over the front side of this wallpaper. And this edge of the wallpaper, it looks a little torn, but what does this mean? Is that the gamer way to chew random stuff you find inside the doors? I mean, that's what I do. Are you telling me you do something different, Firewall? Making me think that you're not a real gamer now, you know. Is it just me or are there fewer stickers? There's a lot of stickers with the venue's logo placed here. It's like they made a bunch of them, had too many left over. Huh? Compared to last time, it feels like there are less stickers than before. Am I overthinking this? No, probably not. Interesting. There doesn't appear to be any instruments missing, I don't think. Oh, there's these. Were they always there? Apparently. Linked mirror. Damn, you got me. Yep. You've been found out, Firewall. Surrender at once. Wait, is it missing one? I don't know. You can see your whole body in this huge full-length mirror. It's probably used for checking costumes. With a mirror this big, it'd be easy to check how you look. Weird. Very weird. I'm guessing that has something to do with the messed up kimono. Nagito, did you come here to investigate this storage room too? I just wanted to confirm what you were thinking. Is that it? Or is he trying to stand guard here?
Hey.
So how about it? Did you find any clues? The tipped over stepladder on the stage, the duct tape binding Hyoko. That probably all came from this storage room. There might be other things from this storage room that they used for the crime. You always pretend to give me hints, but in the end, you're just going to be on the killer's side, right? Oh, I'm not siding with the killer, you know? I'm just on the side of whoever acts in the name of hope. That's all there is to it.
But...
that's the main reason why this case is really special. Huh?
man.
But I can't say for certain, though. What is this guy saying? As usual, he's not making any sense.
Hajime.
By the way, Hajime, I still don't quite understand the details of what happened.
Right?
Hey, if you can explain to me in detail, I think I'd be able to give you some more useful information. Really? You might end up confusing us again instead. You don't want to find the truth, you just want to make us suffer.
How mean.
That's not true. I'm doing this because I believe it's for everyone's sake. Oh well. For the sake of everyone's hope, I'd gladly become the enemy. And I won't even mind when I die.
Damn it.
It's the main reason why I can't overlook this case this time. Huh? What does that mean? Regardless, I guess you're not gonna tell me, huh? Then it can't be helped. I guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings. Gut feelings?
Hey.
You should come by later too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Where exactly are you talking about? Well, obviously the movie theater. After he said that, Nagita walked out of my sight. Well, that's where the bag came from, so it makes sense. Movie theater. Why the sudden interest in the movie theater? I guess that's everything important in this storage room. I guess we should go back to the music venue. Is there anything on the shelves? I doubt it. There's carpeting, wallpaper, and paint on the shelf. It's probably used for stage decorations. Ah, okay. How do you do that again? Okay. Alright. Let's back out of here. And... actually, is Nagito gone? I was going to talk to him next. Yep, he is in fact gone. Alright, with this we might be close to finished investigating the music venue, but I still need to talk to McCann. I need to make sure I get those autopsy results from her. Alright. McCann, what you got to say? Nagito plays the banjo. Got him. How about it, McCann? Have you found out anything by now? To tell you the truth, it's been very inconclusive.
You got it wrong!
But it's not my fault. This music venue is just too hot. See? Told you so. Because of the heat, I can't estimate the time of death. Because of the heat? Is that possible? If a body is overexposed to heat or cold, you won't be able to determine a precise time of death. I see. That might have been the killer's goal. They covered up their time of death by using the heater to make the inside of the music venue hot. But that's weird.
But...
Even if this heat is the killer's doing, is there any reason for them to cover up the time of death? I agree. As long as I saw it, it should be clear what order the murders occurred. First was Ibuki, then Hyoko. And as long as this is an imitation murder, there shouldn't be any mistaking the order of the murders. As long as this isn't an imitation murder. Huh? Imitation murder?
Huh?
Huh? You don't know, Hajime? I thought everyone already knew.
See?
It's a murder where the killer uses a creative work, like a song or a film, as an outline for their killings. It's so common in detective novels, mangas, and video games that you start to get annoyed by it. The killer made the body hot? Damn. I mean, to be fair, when it comes to one of these girls, he didn't have to work very hard to make them hot. You know what I'm talking about, right? Right. I'm talking about Hyoko, of course. JK, obviously. How would an imitation murder be related to this murder? Well, based on the killing order and the way they were killed, it's clearly an imitation of that movie. That movie? Oh, is it the, is it Monokuma's movie? The one that was so bad that we didn't bother going to see it? That movie?
The assumption is an imitation murder is the reason why the killer killed two people.
The goal was an imitation killer. Even so, why did they feel the need to do something like that?
Do you have a minute?
Excuse me, if this was really an imitation of that movie, then is it possible that one more person might have been killed?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
It's certainly conceivable if the killer wishes to complete the imitation.
Hold on a sec. What are you all talking about? An imitation murder? One more person might have been killed? Are you guys worried that there's gonna be another victim? Then no worries. Things would get out of hand too fast if a bunch of people could be killed at once.
And look, we're both going to the Twitch channel, mate. I know. I've already packed my rectum with enough cocaine to make me a celebrity inside. Don't worry, Jeremiah.
I'm a real conscious fella, so I've prepared a perfect countermeasure. On this killing school trip, the same blackened can only kill a maximum of 2 people.
Huh?
You mean you've added another rule?
Yep.
Well, if killing everyone at once is okay, the blackened would be able to secure an easy victory, right? This new rule will prevent that. Make sure you slam it into your tiny brains. If it is a maximum of 2 people, then there will not be any more killings. Since you're here anyway, can I ask you one more thing? Imitation murder sounds like another way to describe a copycat killer. Or at least that's what it sounds to me. That's exactly what I thought. That is exactly what I thought. I was immediately thinking, oh, are they talking about like Genocide Jack? I mean, it's kind of similar to Genocide Jack's. Hyoko's death is kind of similar to Genocide Jack's, I guess. She's strung up and she's cut, but I don't know. You know, I just want to confirm one of the class trial rules. I I see, I see. As expected of you, you're very strict about games.
Perhaps.
I don't want to consider this possibility at all, and I don't even want to think someone would do this. Accomplice? If 2 cases occur at once, what happens if there are 2 killers? Huh?
So,
Like I said, I'm talking about the possibility that Ibuki and Hyoko were killed by 2 different people. That would mean that 2 killers exist at the same time, but we can only vote for 1 person, right?
I am concerned.
If we can only choose one based on a majority vote, the other person could certainly achieve victory.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
So what happens in that case? What about a case where there's 3 incidents instead of 2? Or if 4 incidents overlap one another?
Silence!
Shut up! It's okay, I'll make extra sure that something like that never happens.
Hey,
Meaning 2 killers can't exist at the same time. So it's safe to say that applies to this case too, right?
Wow.
Ah!
I don't like this.
Alright, fine, that's right. There's always 1 killer at any given time. Even if they had an accomplice, I'd have you figure out who the mastermind is.
This is kind of depressing.
Man, I ended up giving you a huge hint. She made me say it. Gamer brains are not to be underestimated. I should just shut up and go back to my cave. I see. So there's no possibility for 2 killers to exist at the same time. With this, I guess that narrows things down a little.
Yep.
Yep, that makes things a little easier.
Fine.
Plus, if the same killer can kill a maximum of 2 people, it
Taste
means a
your
3rd victim would be
powerlessness.
impossible. Imitation murder breakthrough.
You guys keep saying that and it sounds strange to me. What do you guys mean by imitation? Could it be you haven't seen it? Kuma and I was trying to hype up the fact that there might be 2 killers. Yep.
Monokuma sure got you, boy.
Could it be you haven't seen it? Seen it? Seriously, seen what?
So,
Like I said, that movie.
oh my.
When we first explored this island, Monokuma was passing out the invitation tickets. Then the imitation is...
Good instinct.
Of course, it's an imitation of that movie.
Well,
Well, based on the murders this time, it closely resembles that movie, as if they were copying it. As if they copied the movie. I see. Nagito mentioned something about that. Did he? Then it can't be helped, I guess. I'll just rely on my gut feelings. Gut feelings? You should come by later, too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Where exactly are you talking about? Well, obviously, the movie theater.
you.
I see. So you haven't seen it. Still, it's not too late, I think. It's probably a good idea if you watch that movie before the class trial starts. Looks like I need to do that. Then I should get going too. There are other places I want to investigate. Where do you intend to go next, Chiaki? Probably the hospital for sure. The first victim, Ibuki, was there. I don't know what was going on at the hospital in the first place.
You are right.
Thanks to that despair disease, we could not go there for some time. He's right. It might be good for me to investigate the hospital too. There might be some clues related to Ibuki's death. For clues related to Hyoko's death, I should try going over to the motel. There's still a lot of things I can do before the class trial. I'll definitely give it my all until the end. Right, and I will leave my all until next time. Thank you very much for joining. Like, subscribe, comment, favorite, all that stuff. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time.